I think the question we should ask is, why are these people still getting away with it? That's because, unfortunately, we have people in our national leadership who tolerate this thing, and people in our national leadership who participate in this business and who tolerate this business. And now the people of Mombasa are fed up. There comes a time in every generation when people say enough is enough, and we're getting very close to that. Now, when I went to school, we had the same issue in Mexico, in the city of Tijuana, right next to the border of the United States. It was a big drug problem. But everybody said, the Mexicans said, this is an American problem. They are selling drugs to the gringos. In Mombasa, Kenya is saying the same thing. This is a Mombasa problem. But then what happened in Mexico, it infected the whole country. And now it's totally out of control. If the people of Kenya are not careful, the cancer that we have here in Mombasa will spread across the country.
Okay. Yeah. Farida, hizi madawa zimeharibu watoto.
Vijana wetu wengi wameharibika na madawa haya. Ndio unaona kijana anakubali kulipa 300 aende kwa Al-Shabaab, $300 tu anakwenda kwa Al-Shabaab. Na kazi hapa hawapati. Lao wamepata hizo kazi hapa, I don't think wanakwenda kwa Al-Shabaab. Ama wale wanakula hizo dawa ni wale pia wako idle, wanakaa hawana makazi, wako frustrated, na wale wenzao naona ndugu zao wako mabarazani wanasema tukimaliza tutapata kazi gani ikiwa wale wamegraduate hawana kazi, na sisi tutafanya nini? Ndio unaona wanaendelea huko, na hao watu sio kwa wajulikani, wanajulikana na mambo mengi wanafanya, na hakuna kitu kinafanyika hapa Mombasa. Ndio unaona kina mama tumejitolea, tumekubali kufa kwa maisha ya watoto wetu wapate kuendelea.
Betty, can we win this war against drugs? Can we win? Because it looks like we're losing it out in the streets of Mombasa County.
In Mombasa, we don't, hatuna shamba ya drugs. Lakini we are leading. Hatufanyi hata miraa, hatufanyi bangi. Lakini sasa cocaine pia tunayo. Na unga. Now, if the two principles could come out clean-heartedly, with all honesty, and say no to drug, we will not be having drug in our country. Kenya used to be a trafficking place, but today, if you want, whatever you want to do, go to Kenya and get yourself into Mombasa. People say that politics is dirty. Politics is not dirty. It's a few people who are doing politics who are dirty. But if we can choose good leadership, even in Mombasa, hatuwezi kuwa na drugs tena. Watoto wetu wote, ukienda Kisauni, hatunanga vijana. Central wanasema ati wanaume siku hizi hawawezi wakafanya kazi ya kiume kwa sababu ya pombe. Lakini in the next 2 days or 3 days, Kisaoni hatutakuwa na wanaume kwa sababu ya unga.
Suleiman Shahba, what's it going to take? Is it going to take drugs to affect our individual family, or the son or the daughter of someone high up for us to wake up?
My friend, there is not one family in Mombasa today, not one family, that does not have a person in the family directly affected, or a close relative, or a neighbor or a friend affected by drugs. Drugs has hit every single family in Mombasa today. But we are not going to wait for the people in Nairobi to decide how to deal with this problem. We're waiting for the change of government in 2012. When we take over control, then we'll deal with the drug problem ourselves. You know.
Waziri, you haven't officially declared whether you're running for governor or senator or whatever. Would you like to tell us?
Well, I want to say it's not about me or I. It's about a formidable team that's going to win. I don't believe if I just declare for the sake of declaration, I will win. I have come up with a team, and I have my good friend Ibrahim Babangida, who is running for a governor, I've seen his qualities and credibility, and I said, this is the team I'm going to join. I am running for a Senate. And then we are not just going to run because it is Balala and Babangida. We are going to identify individuals. We have realized, and here my friend has been a victim of a political party behaves hooliganistic in nomination. Our political parties do not have a transparent democratic system of nomination, of identifying who is a good leader for an area. It is through just making noise, bribery, and they identify and nominate an individual. I have been victims in many times, and I have actually overcome that. I want to say, if we want true leadership, 2012 is not about a wave. The era of a wave cost us life of 1,100 people. The era of a division between the principles, Mwai Kibaki and Raila Odinga, costed the country bloodshed. Let's not allow division of our principles. And my loyalty, and I serve both of them, Raila and Kibaki. My loyalty is to the government and to the nation of Kenya through them as my leaders. And that is what I'm going to be loyal to.
You know this as well as I do, Waziri, that political parties are run by individuals. Will we ever get away from that madness of idol worshipping individuals who run parties instead of standing for a party that has a vision and a goal and a manifesto?
I think the political party structure, the current one, is like the Machiavelli philosophy. The Machiavelli philosophy can work very efficiently and effectively when there is a monarchy and dictatorship. It worked during that era. In a transparent democracy, like the change we are undergoing now, Machiavelli philosophy will not work. You have seen the division in ODM today. You have seen individuals are elected irrespective of the wave of the tribe and ethnicity. You've seen Central Province, for example, Jeff. Irrespective of the wave, individuals are voted with individualistic parties. So people are changing. And we want the country to know, if you want to divide this country, go and follow your tribesman. Because tribalism is going to kill this country. Let's stand up against tribalism. Let's stand up against corruption.
Farida, you agree ukabila?
Ukabila kithiri sana hapa kwetu pwani. Tukisema hapa tuna majirani zetu Tanzania, hawajui kuitana kwa ukabila, wanaitana ndugu. Sisi hapa tunaitana Mjaluo, Mkikuyu, Mwarabu, Muhindi. Na hii ndio inatuchafua zaidi, kama mheshimiwa alivyosema. Ukabila umezidi sana hapa pwani. Ni lazima tuondoe ukabila, tuwakuze watoto wetu, au generation inakuja, tuoneshe kuna ukabila hakuna kabisa. Sisi ni wa Kenya na ni wa pwani, tukue pamoja.
Suleiman Shakbal, in the middle of all this, in the midst of all this tribalism, can you win?
Of course. I mean, the issue here isn't what Kabila you are or who you are. We've seen tribalism, rampantly being used. But the Mwananchi is not stupid. The Mwananchi will say, okay, wewe Kabila yangu, umenifanyia nini the last 10 years? Okay? And what do you have for me going forward? I think the days of a politician standing on a platform and singing and dancing and keeping people happy are still there. People will love to see a politician dancing and making a clown of himself. But ultimately, they will ask, what do you have in store for us and for my children? And that time is coming. And we have seen now when we go to the grassroots and talk to people, and people are asking us, what do you have in store for us? What is your plan? What is your ideas? And when we talk about the programs that we have and the vision that we have and what we want to do, the programs we want to run, how we will run them, how we will manage them, how we will pay for them, then people start to understand that this is not about tribes and this is not about parties. It's about delivery.
But I still see a lot of sycophancy out there, though. There's still that. Yeah?
The reality, Jeff, is we have to continue for some time. Eventually, let's push the change. Let's get the change of mindset. The change is not about being rhetoric. It's not about just telling me that change is coming. is telling me it has to be from the mindset. And I'm glad. Here we have good leaders. Here in the audience, these are leaders of their own right. Here, sitting here, everybody is a leader, dignified, to be able to lead. So we all have to have that change of the mindset, that it's not about just complaining, Mabara or Wapwani. It's not about just complaining, it is the principles. It's not just complaining what they have not done, is what can I do and make a difference.
Absolutely.
That is the
okay,
change.
good. Okay, I want to talk about two things after the break. Mombasa Republican Council, this group that wants to secede from Mombasa. And Betty, you mentioned that you have two passports or two citizenships, so I don't know what that means. So anyway, and also the port of Kilindini. What a mess. Let's face it, folks. And we want to build another one in Lamu, and we haven't got this act together here. Let's talk about that after the break. Face the Nation will be coming back to you from Fort Jesus in Mombasa County. With a great audience. Also, audience questions after the break. Don't go away. We'll be back in a moment.